This meeting will come to order. Good evening and welcome to the November 19, 2020 meeting of the Southeast Bethel Board of School Directors. Please stand and salute the flag in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Butler, may I have a roll call, please?
Yes, you may, Madam President. Mrs. Abney.
Present.
Mr. McBride.
Present.
Ms. Monroe.
Present.
Mrs. Peter Coey.
Present.
Ms. Woodbook.
Present.
Ms. Crawley. Excused. Mr. Fowler.
Present.
Mrs. Irons.
Present.
Ms. Harris Johnson.
Present.
Dr. Winder.
Present.
Mr. DiOrio.
Present.
And Mr. Butler, present.
Under my comments, I just want everyone to know that we did have an executive session of the board, and it was held on November 12th, 2020 on personnel. And we also had an executive session tonight prior to this board meeting, and it was also on personnel. Dr. Winder, do you have a superintendent's report?
Yes, I would just like to announce that on Monday, November the 16th, was the first day of our second marking period. However, students have until November the 30th to complete missing assignments from marking period 1. We encourage our parents to encourage their children to complete any missing assignments for marking period 1. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Winder. Then we were getting ready to do the approvals. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve the October 22, 2020 board business meeting minutes?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Are there any questions on the bills?
Madam President, well, I have three.
Yes?
And I have spoke with Mr. Butler prior, and he's provided answers, so I'll give a report on what I asked. The first one is on page 218, Hertz's Furniture, in the amount of $7,605. And I was curious as to what furniture that money was. And it was student desks were purchased to replace group activity tables in the lower grades in order to promote social distancing. And Miss Woodfolk and myself did witness a room that was getting the new furniture. The funding source was the PCCD Health and Safety COVID-19 grant. COVID-19 related expenditures will continue as needed, necessary, and will be charged to the ESS-ERS grant. Number two, I saw Imperial Dade on a lot of different line items, and I wanted to know what we received from Imperial Dade. And this is custodial supplies, and again, those purchases were out of the ESS-ERS grant. And the last thing I questioned was on page 235 and 236. I noticed that parents were receiving payouts, small payouts, but I just was curious as what they were. And these are payments as reimbursements to parents for the cost of the AP exams. Parents are reimbursed if their student does well on the test. So there were several, and congratulations to the students that did well on those AP exams. Madam President, those were all of my questions. Thank you, Mr. Butler, for your assistance.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Irons. Do I have a motion to approve the bills in the amount of $6,200,000?
Go ahead.
Did someone say something? Okay.
Go ahead.
Do I have a motion to approve the bills in the amount of $6,218,686.06?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. New business. Are there any questions on education item 1? Are there any questions on finance item 1? Are there any questions on human resources item 1 through 11? Are there any questions on policy item 1 through 10? There are no property items. Are there any public comments regarding agenda items? Hearing and no one is not saying anything, so I guess we don't have any.
Oh, we don't have any on agenda items, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. New business. Do I have a motion to approve finance item 1?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve finance item 1?
Motion.
Second. Who? Second.
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 All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve human resource items 1 through 11?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And I would also like to mention that we do have one retired person. She's retiring. Her name is Miss Evelyn Ford. She's a 4th grade teacher at Darby Township School, effective January 29, 2021, at the end of this workday. So congratulations to Miss Ford for her years of service, which were 29 years with the district.
Yes.
Congratulations and enjoy your retirement. Do I have a motion to approve policy items 1 through 10?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There are no property items. Community, committee, and county reports. Ms. Woodfolk, do you have a report on DCCC?
Yes, I do. On October the 28th, 2020, a Lazion meeting was convened by Delaware County Community College, the audience of whom were representative from each of their sponsoring school district. During the meeting, various informations and updates were provided. It is noted that during the meeting, a considerable amount of conversation centered around the proposed new campus, the Southeast campus. Office of the President, the Chief of Staff reported that in light of ongoing pandemic, the Recreation visit the Middle School Commission on Higher Education was proposed until fall 2021. Additionally, the college new marketing campaign was shared. Stay at home, stay on track, and stay safe. Academic Affairs, the Vice President of Academic Affairs reported that there have been 7 programs identified for the new campus: Allied Health, Business Administration, Computer Science / Programming, Culinary Arts, Early Childhood Education, Liberal Arts, and Workforce. Additionally, the Vice President reported on the status of 2 grants that the college would be recipient of: the career and counseling service that have been provided to students throughout the pandemic. An additional chapter of Phi Theta Kappa that has been established at the college. Recruitment and Enrollment Management. The Vice President of Recruitment and Enrollment Manager reported on the numbers of students who were participating in dual enrollment from each sponsoring high schools. 6 students at the participation from Academy Park High School. While this consistent with last year numbers, we should strive to have more students to participate in the future as sponsoring schools district do. Student Affairs Statistic and Initiative reported on 3 topics: the Student Resources Center, the Peer Mentoring Program, and the Campus Life during the pandemic. The Vice President of Finance and Administration, reported that information was being sent to superintendents for budget discussion for the year of 2021 and 2022 fiscal year. A request for 1% increase from each sponsoring school district will be made. In total, this represents $84,000 over the last year. Human Resources and Organization Development, the Vice President of Human Resources and Organization Development reported that the college was recognized on the 2020 honor roll as one of the great colleges to work for. And each of 11 categories on the survey specific to community college. The college received recognition. Their 2020 average was 78%, which fell in very good to excellent range. This is a 7% increase overall for prior year, Okay, other areas, additional report were given to the Vice President of Workforce and Economic Development Branch, Campus Operation and Instructional Support Service, Institutional Advancement. Overall, their reports expanded upon how they supported or enhanced the dual enrollment program. Finally, the Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer reported on the activities of the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusive, as well as the Center for Equity and Social Justice, an institution for diversity and community. That will complete my report, Madam President. Thank you.
So I just have,
Thank you.
I have a question. So the increase they're asking school districts to, are they asking to them to approve it? What are they asking them to do?
No, they let you know that they are increasing in the year of 2021. It's going to be 1% increase.
So next school year? Or
Yes.
this school year? Next school year?
Next school year.
Okay. And did they give us a figure what it was going to be, or is whatever the current one is?
Whatever the current one is, yes.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any other questions for Miss Woodfolk? Miss Cherie Monroe, do you have a report for the DCIU?
No, Madam President, not at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Monroe. Mr. Rashan Fowler, do you have a legislative council meeting? PSBA?
Yes, Madam President. So I just want to bring to everyone's attention that the federal government rejected Pennsylvania's plan to spend up to $300 million in stimulus money for school property tax relief. So for more than a decade, state lawmakers have spent yearly payments to Pennsylvania school districts so they can lower residents' property tax bills. These payments are funded by gambling revenue, which has taken a major hit this year as the coronavirus forced casinos to shut down for months before reopening under new restrictions. And Governor Tom Wolf's administration and Republicans who control the legislature thought they had a solution to make up for the shortfall. Excuse me. State lawmakers this spring approved a plan to use up to $300 million in federal coronavirus dollars toward the promised $621 million in relief. But in mid-September, the federal government rejected Pennsylvania's plan. School districts are now waiting for the last $200 million, which was due in October, leaving them on the hook at a time when many are already struggling with large school revenue losses and cost increases for items like cyber charter school tuition. And that concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Fowler. Ms. Dawn Crawley, unfortunately, has informed the board and the administrator that she no longer will be able to handle or be responsible for the Parents Students Advisory Committee. She can't lead that anymore for personal reasons. Dr. Jeff Ryan will give the report for the Parents Student Advisory Committee.
Sure. The next meeting is tentatively scheduled for December 2nd at 6 p.m. via Zoom. We will post the link on the district website as we have done in the past. The topic is slated to be an update on any and all potential reopening plans. Thank you.
Thank you. And where would that be?
It'll be on Zoom.
Zoom. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Excuse me, Madam President, I need to correct something. Cherie had asked the question as far as the increase, and the increase in the year of 2021 to 2022. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I guess this will be a question for Craig at this point. Craig, I'm sorry, Mr. Butler, I apologize. So when do we usually send a payment to DCCC? And was the 1% increase included in it since they're just informing us now, I'm assuming, with this report? Because this is the first time I'm hearing about the increase of 1%.
Right, so that one, what Ms. Woodfolks is referring to is for the 21-22 fiscal year budget. So we haven't prepared that budget yet. So this is for next year. This is for the ensuing year.
Okay, I just wanted to make
So
sure.
we're fine. Yeah, we're fine.
Wait
Okay.
a minute, what did you say?
The numbers that you just read off, I believe you said that they were for 2021, 2022?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're fine.
Yeah.
That
we'll
would be
talk about this
in the
a
upcoming
meeting
budget.
then.
Pardon me?
We'll talk about what this looks like in a budget meeting.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Jeff Ryan, for the report. and the solicitor's report. Mr. Diorio, do you have a solicitor's report?
Nothing this evening, Madam Chairman.
Administrative team update, Dr. Winder, I'm sorry. Dr. Winder?
Can't hear you, Dr.
You're
White.
on mute.
You're muted.
I said, thank you, Madam President. We did not have any needed updates for today because I gave the announcement about the student makeup work in the superintendent's report.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items?
Yes, Madam President, there are 2 comments.
Mhm.
The first comment is from Christopher Fleming. Christopher Fleming, 207 Fallcroft Avenue, Fallcroft, PA 19032. First, I would like to say that I have spoken with Principal Baxter and Superintendent Winder on the phone, and I would like to thank them for contacting me. I have 3 questions. 1, when determining whether or not to reopen, are you only looking at active cases, or are you also looking at schools in the area that are open or were open? There have been numerous studies showing that schools are not a hotbed for transmission. 2, I keep seeing all the Southeast Delco's buses and minivans driving around on my way to work. I'm just wondering what the purpose of this is. Are they picking up kids from other districts? And 3, my kids currently have subjects where there are no live classes such as gym and library and art. Are they expected to complete some type of assignment for these classes? I saw on the gym class, they wanted them to send in something saying they completed exercises. If they don't do this, will it affect their grade? I really don't see the point of classes if they are not holding live sessions.
Dr. Winder?
So for the first part of that question, Madam President, is that we look at Southeast Delco's positivity rates. And we also, so we are concerned about what is going on in our area. So when you see the Delco district as a whole for the county, the rate is 9%. But when you look at Southeast Delco, the rate is 30%. So therefore, some of the schools that are in session, it is because their numbers are much lower than our numbers. For question number 2, in reference to the buses, although we are not in session, we still need to transport our special needs students to their special schools, as well as any private or parochial students that are in our district that are going to other schools. And for question number 3, for all special classes, there are projects that the students are required to do. And I would, as a parent, contact the specific teacher that there's a concern in regards to what their expectation is. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Winder.
And
Announcement?
I have one more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I apologize. It was 2 of them.
Mhm.
This one is from no address. So I would just encourage that any constituents, residents of the district, employees of the districts, property owners of the district, am I correct, Mr. Diorio?
Yes, ma'am.
That if, please, when you're submitting your emails, that you submit your full name, your full mailing address, that is the number, the street, the city, the state, and the zip code, in order for your emails to be acknowledged. I will forward the email to the superintendent so that the superintendent can address it at a later date. Is that about right, Mr. Yorio?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. And Madam President, that would be all. It was only two.
Thank you very much, Ms. Monroe. Announcing further future meetings for the board. Board organization meeting is Monday, December 7, 2020 at 6 p.m. sharp. Board business meeting is Thursday, December 17, 2020 at 7 p.m. sharp. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned.